pretty lady. Good morning, everybody. It's Brittany at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. And it's Miss Sabu. Good morning. Morning, everybody. Yeah. Sabu. What you doing, lady? Morning, Pauline. Went early live this morning because I'm on my way up to food prep. Catherine needs me to help feed today, so I wanted to squeeze in some sort of live. Yeah. Morning, Laura. So I am just gonna film a few of the cats as I walk up front. And I know everybody always wants to know how Cameron's doing. Good morning. So I can say that Cameron had a great day yesterday. He ate about 10 pounds of food. Good morning, Deb. Hi. Morning, guys. So Laura, I haven't actually seen her on the hammock again since yesterday. Doesn't mean she hasn't been, but I just haven't physically walked by to see it. I highly doubt Cameron has been, but who knows? Did he go on it? Is that what you're trying to say? Yeah, we spent quite a bit of time with them yesterday. But Cameron had a really good day yesterday, didn't you, bud? Yeah. Looking thrilled today. So I'm gonna help feed for Catherine this morning. So I decided to just go live with you guys as I walk up front. Where are you going, Boo? She's like, come with me, I'll get on my hammock. You gonna go check it out? I would just die if she actually did that. Say, watch me, guys, watch me. What you doing? You been playing with your hammock? Yeah, maybe? Well, why'd we come over here? Hi, Lauren. I'm hoping she'll crawl up there, who knows? Get on your hammock, boo-boo. No. Oh boy. Good morning, Scott. Alright, well, I trapped myself back here. I can walk up the backside of Kali. That's always entertaining. She's very frisky in the morning. So I'm just gonna take you guys along as I walk up front. I'm gonna help feed today, so I wanted to make sure I could get a live in for you guys. Be another busy day. Hello, Melinda. Good morning, Louise. I just mentioned, those just joining us, Cameron had a good day yesterday. He ate about 10 pounds of food. Good morning, Carol. Let's see. Oh, there's Miss Kali. Hi. Hi, Princess. I know, I snuck up on ya. You came up through the back. Yeah. This is Kali. Gonna get those grasses. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a lot to say. Got a lot to say. You got a lot to say. She was so cute yesterday. We had a lot of rain in the afternoon, and I came out and I dropped a golf cart off at food prep and was walking back, and she was just splashing around in the puddles and playing and doing this, ripping the grass right out of the ground. Nancy, I can't really say what they smell like, to be honest. I've been in the hospital with a few of them and was really afraid I'd have like massive allergies to them, and surprisingly enough, not. Yeah, we were all like, who is this cat, when Cameron was eagerly eating food and eating red, which he's never been like big into beef. Morning, Rochelle. What are you doing, crazy lady? What are you doing? What you doing? Morning, Shelly. Yeah. This is Cully Tiger. Yeah, you got me. That was good. All right, we gotta keep walking because we gotta help this morning. Good morning, Claudine. Oh, you are just so silly. Cully and Seth both love this little game of chase. Yeah. She's very sweet. She has grown on me a lot. You're such a doll baby. All right. That's Nikita in the background. Priya looks there in the sunlight. All of our interns are coming in for the day. Morning! There's Miss Priya in the beautiful morning sun. Good morning, Priya. Yeah, I know, that's your side. This is my side. Let's go see if we can see Nikita. Oh, there's Miss Keisha. Okay, another cat everybody's worried about and always asked about. Hi, lady. Look how beautiful she looks in her grass. This has become her favorite spot. Yeah, good morning, sweetness. This is Keisha. Keisha, you're such a doll baby. It's very soft and comfy. She has all this green grass over here. She's been eating off and on, taking her meds off and on. Just pretty typical for her, to be honest with you. Yeah. Tammy, we usually, so the volunteers arrive around 7:30 and start closing lockouts, separating cats that live together. And that can take till about 8 or 8:15. We're usually out feeding by about 8:30. And try to be done, I mean, there are 4 feeding routes, and that usually takes between 2 and 4 keepers in each route. Big yawn. So it's usually about an hour to feed everybody, but that's when you have enough keepers, so it kind of depends. Oh, thank you, Lisa, for the donation. Hi, Mary. Yeah, she's actually been out a lot, which is wonderful. She hasn't been hiding. She's either laying in this grassy area or she really likes the platform that's in this enclosure. Oh, you're welcome, Alta. All right, Keisha, be a good girl. All right. We'll walk towards Nikita. Yesterday I had some requests from people to see how Hutch was doing on his funcation. So I think I'm gonna skirt the perimeter of the property until I make my way up to food prep. We got the cougar cubs, which are actually like 12 years old. But they came here as cubs, so they will forever be cubs. Artemis, Orion, and Aries. Let's go around and find Nikita. Yeah, Jamie, it's nice. We're having a good week with the cats that we're worried about. All we can do is take it day by day and stay positive. Here's Knick-Knack. Nikita! What are you doing, baby? I didn't bring any goods, I'm sorry. Where are you going? Hi. You gonna come say hi? Good morning, Amy. Here's Nikita. Yeah, good girl. You're a very good girl. You heard you roaring. Got an itchy face. You almost got a really good itch in there. Yeah. I'm glad I really believe in the strength of our cages, huh, big girl? Yeah. You can hear that's her sign right there that's rumbling as she moves the wire. You're a good girl. You ready for breakfast? Yeah, and you guys can actually watch Nikita 24/7 at explore.org. Yeah, she has her own camera. Hey, Mark. Nikita's got a real good itch on her face. Yeah. Oh, no, I have no hesitation to reach over and scratch her. She is a cat that we can do the scratching grooming program with. I'm not exactly sure who's assigned to her, but she will tolerate the retractable scratchers that we can use for areas where they just can't reach to groom themselves very well. It keeps them from being matted. Yes, I very much like having two hands. She does this weird licking the pole thing and then rubs her face on it. Always finding a way to be silly. Yeah. You're such a good girl. Yeah, she's like a yoga master. For being such a big girl, she's very limber. You're so silly. All right, we gotta keep walking though. For those of you just joining us, I'm gonna help feed this morning on a route, so I can't stay live for very long. So I told Catherine I would go live as I walked up front. So I gotta keep walking. Oh, look how beautiful all the sunlight is this morning. Yeah. You enjoying your morning? The cubs followed me over here. At least two of them. Hi, guys. Hi. Like a lot of our other cats, they just love eating grass first thing in the morning. I don't know if it's because it's covered in dew or what. Oh, thank you, Renee, for the donation. So now we're walking towards Cougar Town. Mac, Riza, and Maya. Let's see if anybody's out. You know who's out. Mac is out. Pop in here real quick. Hi, Maya. Ooh, what you doing, lady? I know, it's almost breakfast time. So you can see this small box she just walked into that's off the side of her normal enclosure. That's what we call a lockout. There's a guillotine door that we can close. That way when we put her food inside the lockout, our hands are nice and safe. And we lift the door when it's time for them to eat. You gonna be Rolly? Yeah. Usually you only have to talk to her for a couple of seconds before she's just being absolutely adorable. Maya Cougar. Yeah. Oh, I hear you purring. You purring. It's actually Armani calling in the background. These big cats are 100% carnivores, so they eat raw meat diets. We do a little bit of everything. They get beef, they get chicken, they get turkey, they get pork. We do whole prey twice a week. Got Gotta make sure I'm nice and clean for breakfast. Good girl, Maya. Good girl, Maya. Yeah. Oh, you're so gorgeous. Ooh, that camera's interesting. A little too interesting. All right, the man of the hour. Let's go see Mac. I knew you'd be right there, bud. Hi. It's okay. I didn't bring any food though, I'm sorry. Here's Mac. Morning, Sharon. Hi. We're just doing a quick walkabout as I head to food prep to help feed this morning. Hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Good boy. Yeah. Sweet boy. I know, he's got the biggest, most animated eyes. I call them his Puss in Boots eyes. Yeah. You got such big eyes. Yeah, Tara, our cages are built in like bubble systems, and they all have multiple bubbles. They're all about 1,200 square feet each, and they're connected by tunnels. Yeah, above ground tunnels. You can go to bigcatrescue.org/cages to learn more about how they're built. Hi, you're such a good boy. Yes, you are. All right, we gotta go. We gotta go. So most of the volunteers are arriving now. Maya, you're so silly. And they will come around and do supplements and meds and close feeding lockouts, all the prep steps before we can come out and actually feed. All right, gate closed. So we are heading towards, we'll make a little drive-by with Manny. Manny's very focused first thing in the morning on just breakfast, so he really doesn't pay much attention. You'll get a glimpse, and then we'll walk by and see if we can see Hutch. I know a lot of people were asking how he was enjoying Funcation. He's actually really been having a good time. This is Manny. Hi. Manny's our only Jaguar. What you doing? Hi. Oh, you're welcome, Ashley. I hope you have an awesome day too. Yep, feeding usually starts around 8:30, which is why I'm just kind of doing a quick drive-by until then, and then I'm gonna go help feed, so I can't go live for that. Gotta use both hands. Here's Sundari, always looking gorgeous in the morning. Hi, Sunny. Yeah, good morning. This is the theme today. As soon as I walk up and talk to them, they start grooming. I'm getting all ready for breakfast. Sunny's so silly. Yeah, that's her thing too. She's got to flip over and look at you upside down, show her belly. I might have missed that. I'm not sure what we're talking about with an MGM lion. Beecher's making his presence known. Good girl, Zilly. Playing with your feet. She's very stunning. Oh my goodness. So playful. This is the fun part for me with her, is she will do this when I come out with my regular camera, and you can just see it in her eyes. She's waiting for that opportunity for me to not pay attention so she can swipe. She tries to look so relaxed. always plotting, those leopards. All right, I hear you, Beecher. This is like my favorite time of day here. Look how gorgeous everything looks with all the beautiful sunlight. We got a lot of rain yesterday, so it's very misty and humid. There's that beach boy. Here's Beecher. Hi. You eating your grass? Yep. Morning routines. Morning routines. Beecher literally trims his own grasses. You can see him there. I don't know why. He's been like that from day one. He just likes the grass. The cougars love to eat grass for some reason. Riza especially. Beecher's settled in really, really well here. You're a good boy. Yeah. He got a new neighbor like a month or so ago named Hutch, and Hutch is equally talkative as he is. And Hutch is currently out on Funcation, which is this large 22,000 square feet enclosure. Good morning, Nancy. And they get to come out here for 2 weeks at a time. And he eats in these big lockouts here. I don't see him right now. He's probably in the back. Our little cats that come out here, this is for leopards and smaller. But our small cats, when they come out, they always hang in the back bubbles, and I think it's because there's a lot more foliage back there. There he is. Hi, Hutch. He's rolling around in the grass. Come here. You can hear him calling. Come here. Yeah. Come here. What are you doing? It's almost breakfast time. I gotta keep walking. I'm thinking he's probably gonna come chase me, but we'll see. Come on, Hutch. He's all the way in the back there, faking me out. All right, we will keep walking. Yep, Hutch and Beecher make quite the neighbor setup for sure, and he's only across the street from Beecher right now, so. I see Natalia out. Thanks, Judy. Natalia! This is her morning routine. She's almost always on this platform, eyes locked on the path, because that's the direction the feeders come in the morning. Hi, Natalia. She is an Amur leopard, one of the rarest cats in the world. She's very good at ignoring me, too. Very hissy. I think she's part serval. Are you part serval? She fits in very good with her neighbors. Almost all of her neighbors are servals. Natalia! You got a keeper coming to put your lockout down. Here's our other most talkative serval besides Hutch, and our Savannah Beecher is Cricket. Hi, Cricket! Morning! Meow! Yeah. And then next to her, you see on the other platform is Sheena. Oh yeah, Natalia's always listening to everything. Yeah. You guys are so silly. And then across the street is Frosty. Frosty man. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Almost breakfast time. Yeah, Kimberly, that's funny you say that. I always think that's what they're saying when they meow like that. I want my breakfast meow. There's Ginger. Hi, Ginger. They all take higher ground in the morning because it's the best viewing spot. Oh, except for Servy. Here's Servy. Look how well she blends in. You're not even hiding in anything and you're hard to see. So we are just heading to food prep. I didn't want to miss doing a live today. but they need me to help feed, so that's why we're doing just a quick little walk through. We're skirting the perimeter today, try to show you some of the cats you don't always get to see. Tonga, one of our smartest, he waits in lockout, don't you, bud? You know the drill. You know the drill. Bud, bud? What you doing? Hi. Good morning. This is Tonga. You're ready, huh? Hello, Jenny in the UK. Let's see. Who else is out? Maybe we'll definitely walk by Frankie so you guys can see our newest resident. Baby Cakes is doing well. He actually has a camera that you can watch him. Afton's been an amazing caregiver. Well, there's Gilligan. Hi, Gilly. Hi. Hi, my most handsome. I'm sorry, I don't have any treats. That's the did you bring me treats face. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know. Oh, cute yawn face. You getting comfy? You getting comfy? This is Gilligan. He's a Canadian lynx. What you doing? You having a good morning? I know. I can feel how insulted he is right now. Gilligan was actually one of my absolute favorites before I had ever even set foot on this property. Good morning, Linda. He is just the silliest, and he is the best call. His hooing is amazing. All right, Gilly. Let's see. Smalls is usually pretty entertaining in the morning, as are the biscuits. Maybe we'll walk up and say hi to Frankie, and maybe these bobcats will be awake. Oh, I already see Frankie. Frankie came to us this past Thursday along with Echo, a new rehab bobcat. And Frankie figured us out real fast. He loves sickles. I don't know that he's really played with any other types of enrichment. He absolutely knows that food comes from his lockout. Hi! Hi, baby boy. Look how smart. He's like, oh, in here, right? This is what we do in the morning? Hi, sweet boy. Well, come say hi to 300 people. Hi. Hi, cutie. Look at that little tail. Look at that little tail. He's like, well, when people come up to me, they give me things. Yeah, we started spoiling him right off the bat. I'm sorry, sometimes when you go in there, you don't get food. Yeah, we gotta teach you all the ways. This is Frankie. Cutie pie. I think he's gonna be great with operant. I'm not sure if anybody's started operant conditioning with him yet, but I bet you're gonna be really good at it. Very food motivated. His tail is my favorite. It never stops moving. Very expressive. I know, Nancy. I always feel guilty walking around in the morning because that is food time and I walk up and don't have food. I'm so bad. So bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, he's trying to train me by running into lockout. He's like, but if I run in here, you give me food. No. Yeah. Yeah, the moment Carol told me that this one was named Frankie, I definitely had a moment. I love it. I couldn't have named you better. Yeah. Yeah, he's adjusting very well. You're such a good boy. What I also think is funny is he loves sickles, and his enclosure is located directly across from our Keeper cabin, which is where our Keeper tour makes enrichment and then does their tour. And he's now probably going to be the first stop for everybody. So sometimes he just sits there and stares lovingly at the cabin. So I think he knows that's where the sickles come from. I know, baby boy. I promise the next person you see will have breakfast. Okay? Oh, he's so cute. He does seem really young. They definitely said he was a lot older. Oh, Apollo came out. But I believe we have kind of guesstimated him to be about 12. Hi, Apollo. Hey, Mr. Man. Great question, Kelly. A sickle is basically a popsicle for cats. We use the excess blood runoff from food, or we blend up tuna or salmon or chicken, sardines in a blender, mix it with water, and then we freeze them in solo cups. And then we hand those out as a nice cold treat for them. And they get them year round, actually, but especially in the summer, we kick up the sickle game. Don't we? Apollo loves blood sickles. That's his favorite. I see Smalls out now. We'll loop back through here. Looks like Marie is still at Tut for morning meds and supplements, so I've got a little bit more time. Small girl! There you are! Gotta mark that tree. That tree's mine. Oh yeah, Nancy, I'm sure you will. Frankie is located directly outside of the back door of the gift shop too, so all tours start basically right where he is. This is Smalls. Barbara, I believe we have 68 or 69. I had counted a week or so ago, and now I forget whether that includes Frankie or not. And those are permanent residents. I don't want your butt. I know. Yeah. And then we actually have, I believe, 8 rehab bobcats right now. We have a bobcat rehab program where we take in orphaned or abandoned bobcat kittens, and they are, yeah, and they are rehabbed for release back into the wild. Smalls, what are you doing? You're such a sweet girl. I don't want your butt though. Nobody wants to see your butt. It's a cute butt, but no. Let's go over and see Nabisco. I see him out on his platform. Yeah, our rehab program is amazing. I think bobcat releases are probably my most favorite thing in life. Hi, Nabisco. How are you, sir? You be a good boy and don't lunge at me. No lunging. Hi. Oh, what a beautiful photo. I knew you were going to do that. So those of you asking if he's still crazy, there you go. Yeah. They antagonize each other too. You can see Smalls is over here. So they get morning zoomies together. You get morning zoomies together. And it's really cute. You'll, you're so silly. You'll see them just running back and forth and scaling the walls and bouncing off of everything. Are you talking? That was Smalls making noises. Yeah, Laurel, I've gotten really used to Nabisco because he's one of my operant conditioning cats. And we all saw how crazy he was when he came in at 6 months old. He has the spurts of it still, as you can see. Look at that bobcat tail. It's so crazy. They do stay if they can't be released. A good example of that is actually over here. This is Mrs. Claus. Hi. This is Mrs. Mrs. Claus was actually a failed rehab. We teach them the skills they would need to survive in the wild, and if they just don't show the capability of that, then you can see the crazies that the biscuits go through. That's their water bowl and their food dish that they have drug out of its compartment. You guys being crazy? This is Mrs. Claus here. Oh, and her sweet little sounds. Busy girl this morning. And they do get separated for feeding, so that's why they're on separate sides of their enclosure. Any of the cats that share enclosures with another get separated for feeding so that nobody feels like they have to fight for food. All right, guys, well, I think our last stop is going to be Seth. Seth is usually pretty fun in the morning. If I missed any of your questions, I know Carol and Deb have been helping me, which is wonderful. But if you have any last minute questions, just let us know. No, Patricia, we don't even attempt to pet them. We give them the respect that they're wild animals. In the wild, they would never allow that. And we don't want to push our wants and needs on them. It's not fair. So we'll see. I don't see him by the lake. Oh, Andy is swimming though. We have an alligator tiger here named Andy. Hi! What you doing? Good morning swim before breakfast. I'm gonna stay over here. They're excellent at using their tail to just absolutely soak you. You're so good. Morning walk with Andy. Actually, Hoover is an Outback. He's the very first cat I walk past. He's the closest one to where my office is. I tell him he's my office buddy. But we actually started with Cameron and Zabu. So when this feed is over and it posts on our Facebook page, you guys can absolutely watch it from the beginning. You'll see Cameron and Zabu. We saw Kali, we saw Nikita, Maya and Mac, Manny, Sundari. We walked the whole perimeter this morning. There's my boy. Now we're at Seth. Yeah, good morning, sir. Yeah. You can be a good boy and eat all your breakfast, right? All the breakfast. Good job. Yep, we are at Big Cat Rescue in Tampa, Florida. We are open to the public through guided tours, so you can go to our website, bigcatrescue.org/tickets. There's Kitten Karma coming in this morning. He'll follow us down here. I'm sure of it. I'm sure of it. So right now he's been locked out of his feeding area, which is why he's not right up against the fence. Here's Mr. Seth. You getting the zoomies? So he can turn around and come back. He's Gotta wait till he thinks I'm not paying attention though. That's how that works. It's gotta be sneaky. Elaine, I hope you have a wonderful Wednesday as well. What are you doing? You gonna come down here or what? All right, bud. On that note, well, I want to thank everybody who donated and everybody who shared this today. That really helps us reach other people. I see that face. But thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Carol and Deb, thank you so much for helping me with comments. It's a huge help. Oh, all right, I'm gonna lay down now. I'm gonna be lazy. Get you one little close-up of Seth, and then I am gonna start my day. I'm gonna feed today. Yes, handsome. All right, thank you guys all so much. I'm sure I will definitely be talking with most of you soon. Everybody have a great day.